This week on the Ocean Cruisers podcast, I'm having a chat with Ed from sailing vessel Optimist. Ed is currently cruising around the UK on a westerly sailboat, but has a lot of experience sailing since being a kid, and has even completed a Clipper around the world race when he was younger. He used to be a restaurateur before getting into the marine industry, of which he now does video work and photography whilst living on his boat full time. If you want to follow him on the socials, you can find him on Sailing Optimist 95. This podcast episode is sponsored by a company that is literally saving lives by providing fresh drinking water to cruisers and oceanfaring humans all over the planet. That company is Seawater Pro, based out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in the great country of America. Seawater Pro cares about your health and your hydration levels. Without them, I won't be able to make tea, and I'd probably be dead by now, actually, all dried up. So thank you to Seawater Pro for hydrating my family and blessing me every day with my morning cup of Earl Grey. Seawater Pro makes incredibly simple and reliable water makers in modular and portable format, and also just started producing DC air conditioning units. So not only do they care about your H2O levels, but they also care about your core body temperature and your romantic life. Try charming your wife in a sweat-soaked mattress in the middle of summer. Difficult times, guys. Seawater Pro has the solution, an incredible company. With water makers starting at $3,495 and air conditioning units at $4,995, it's a company that not only cares about your health, your soul and your spirit, but also your finances and your cash flow. Check out seawaterpro.com to see their range of life-saving equipment and use the code TOC100, that's Tangerine Orange Clementine 100, for $100 American off your bill at checkout. Don't be a victim to an early dehydrated death. Buy a water maker from Seawater Pro. Might be a cool place to start with just like explaining where you are, because I don't do that many podcasts with people who cruise around the UK. Probably a few, but not that many.
I know, mad, right? So I'm currently based in Chichester Harbour. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. So it's like
I've been there many times.
Oh, perfect! It's honestly, it's a slice of paradise.
It is.
It is beautiful. And I've been cruising around here. Well, I know at the back of my hand, I've been sailing this water since I was 8, I would say.
No way.
And I feel like the UK is really underrated because, like, we've got I just got back from the Isles of Scilly, and it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. And I've sailed many parts of the world, and I was like, this is on our doorstep. It's like 28 miles off the coast of Cornwall. But so I've been, my goal was to sail around the UK because no one seems to do it. Like, no one really does it online, like on TikTok and whatever.
It's a bit hard, isn't it?
I know, and I was like, oh, my arm's been twisted.
Sailing around Scotland.
I'm coming to the Med in a couple of months.
Yeah, it's definitely easier, mate. There's a thing called tide that we don't suffer from in the Med.
I know. Honestly, it's like, so the marina I'm in currently, we have a sill, and I can only get out of this marina like a handfuls of times a month. It's so frustrating.
A month?
Yeah. So when I go out, I have to go out for like a week at a time. So my boat gets hauled out in 2 days. I'm out of the water I get lifted at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got to do 2 coats of anti-foul, service like the prop, change the anodes, and then my friend's polishing it, and she gets dropped back in at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, good luck to you, mate.
Thank you. I did it last year. And
have you done it before?
Yeah, I've done it before. I used to paint boats for a living when I was like 17, so I was like, I can get it done pretty quickly.
Yeah. Is this like a floodlight type of, you're going to light the whole thing up at night, or are you thinking you can smash this out during daylight hours?
Look, I reckon, and I might drag in some friends because they like to reap the benefits of having me having a boat, right? But they don't like to do the work behind the scenes. So I thought it's only fair if I rope them in, right?
Time to pay their dues.
I can paint a coat in an hour and a half, and then it'd be touch dry because it's so hot.
How many feet is it?
35.
Oh yeah, that's fair, mate. I had a maybe 34 before, and I put a couple of coats on in a day, no problem.
Exactly. Yeah. I've dragged in my mate to polish the hull. I will do it like a quick polish. For me, like a boat, I love her. She's my home, but I don't like to be too precious because I want to enjoy her.
Yeah, you can't be, mate.
Yeah, and like she gets scratched. The dog was sick on the deck on the weekend. He weed downstairs for the first time ever, and it's like,
Oh
well,
no. Hopefully that's not a habit.
bad owners over here. No, he's not coming to the bed with us. But yeah, it's you can't be too precious, can you?
No, man. They get banged up, mate. It's like last year. I think we had like 3 boats drag into us.
Really?
All scratched the paintwork, which I spent like literally hundreds of hours on painting the entire boat. And yeah, this season we've had a couple already. I did an absolute dickhead move when we were on a quay wall. I tied my dinghy to the bow of the boat just because I don't
Yeah,
want like little scumbags running around and jumping in the dinghy at the back. And I lifted the outboard up because I didn't want the prop. Sorry, I just wanted to check the prop out. Forgot to put it back, and then in the night the dinghy spun around and just put like 20 lines all over my top side. So
it's
that's
fine.
nice.
With the quayside, I was in the office. I've never had to contend with a quayside before. So
Mm.
I forgot stupidly the tide goes out, right? So I tie my dinghy up, and I got a few messages on my Instagram saying, "Hi, I just thought to let you know your dinghy's almost vertical. We're gonna let some
No
line out
way.
for you." Yeah. It's like we've
Oh
all
no
been there,
way.
right? Yeah.
Man, those like so I've done a bit of like sailing in the UK, but not so much. And even when it was just like we just took the boat out and we just messed around. We didn't
Mm,
like at that point. I didn't really know how to sail. We were just going out and playing. I mean, it
yeah.
was working, but we were just going out and playing. But like tying alongside a quay wall in the UK when you've got like a 9 meter tide and you have to do those like
Oh,
calculations as to like how long your ropes need to be, and just take the
literally.
joy out of it.
I
Honestly,
know. Well, today's a 5.7 meter tide, which is quite a lot in a small harbour. And
yeah.
like last night I came back in at like 11:30. Just I wanted to get out and enjoy the sun. And sadly I have to go to work sometimes to pay for my lifestyle. So I couldn't stay out
It's a
last
hard
night.
life, mate.
Oh, hard life, honestly. And we're like just need 5 knot tide with us. It's mad in Chichester Harbour. It
Flip it.
is crazy.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I don't
crazy.
have to. Glad I don't have to deal with that. There's not that many places as bad as the UK, really. Actually, or not places where you would really go. Well, in the on the northern side, like there's an area of
Mm,
Canada that gets like incredibly tidal. I can't remember the name.
yeah, massive tides.
But there's a couple of places in the UK that got like 60-meter tides. I'm sure,
Honestly, it
like
wouldn't surprise
14 or
me.
16 meters.
Well,
Disgraceful things.
the Isles of Scilly is pretty extreme. I'm not gonna lie. Um,
What's that? About 10 meters?
yeah, but we were really fortunate through the power of social media. People reaching out, and we had a lovely guy give us like a little tour of the harbour, and he escorts we wanted through like the rocks. It's great.
Mate, so is that the first time that you've been to the Scilly Isles?
Yeah, like
Hmm.
I've like whenever I've sailed, yeah, when I did the Clipper race, like obviously I went around the world, but I've only ever done like the Channel Islands, right? Because I've never had that
Yeah.
time from work to go it further afield. And I was like, "Do you know what? Why not? Like, let's just go." We did it in 10 days. It was like 3 days there, 3 days back. I wouldn't recommend
Right.
doing that because you don't have enough time to really enjoy it. But I was kind of reading online because it gets like so busy.
Hmm.
And I love people, but I don't. That's why I live on a boat.
Like them that you're choosing. I think that's the best way. People are
Exactly.
great when you want them there.
Yeah, exactly. And like cruisers, people like us who do this as our lifestyle, we're very different to like people that have sailing boats that go and just sail for the
Yeah,
weekends. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm
Different
not
life.
different life. So I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to go when it's a bit quieter. Um,
But
but
it
there's
gets
no,
mega busy there in the summer, doesn't it?
yeah, and there's no marinas. There is one
Yeah.
quayside that is like would fit two 35-foot boats on that does fuel and electricity. So you got to be pretty self-sufficient to go there.
Yeah. So you've got to have like a generator or a bit of a solar panel
Yeah,
situation to get there. Yeah.
exactly. Which I'm lacking currently. Um, but
Yeah.
like 2 more weeks, I get 1600 amp of lithium fitted to the boat, which I'm very excited about.
Jesus, man, that's a load.
I know. Through my
That's
sponsors,
massive.
Hudson Marine, yeah, they're putting a
Oh, God
full.
bless Hudson Marine.
I know, thank you. Yeah, shout out to Hudson Marine. If you guys need any
Yeah.
electrical work, go to them.
Yeah, I'll take some free batteries, Hudson Marine. Why not?
Yeah,
Mate, 1600 is a load. We've got 900 on ours, and we've got like dishwasher, washing machine, PlayStation, ACs, like everything.
Oh
And
my goodness, you're living the
900 is
dream.
fine for us. Like 1600, you can be
And
like,
you've got a big boat as well, haven't you?
yeah, it's 54 foot. Yeah, we could. I wouldn't mind an extra few hundred amp hours, but it's not necessary at this point. Because even if we've got no sun, we're good for 3 days.
Wow.
We've got a generator anyway. But yeah, 1600, mate. You could start mining Bitcoin down there. That would be
Li-
don't have that much
oh,
power.
when I used to work on a super yacht, we used to well, a couple of our engineers used to mine Bitcoin because the owners were paying for the electricity.
Well, the generator's on, so
Exactly. Might as
it's
well
not going to
use
get
it.
used. Yeah, it's not going
Yeah,
to get used otherwise. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
So, mate, wait, what boat is it that you're on now?
Well, this one,
Hmm.
this is my Westerly Ocean Quest 35. She's
Ah,
1997.
nice.
She had one. So when I brought her last January, she had one owner since new,
Oh, wow.
and like, and he's been meticulous, which I love. Like everything's got
Mm.
folders and everything's done so well.
Oh,
Um,
very nice.
but I definitely have sailed her more in the last year than she's ever been sailed in her life.
Yeah.
So that's when things start to break, and you know what I mean. But I'm replacing it slowly. But she's honestly my aft. I've got like a full aft cabin, like walk around bed.
Hmm.
That's the reason I got. I was looking at. I love a classic boat. Like I feel like the whole
Oh, they
industry
look
is.
nicer, mate.
Oh, they look nicer. They
Yeah.
actually, if I hit something, I'm not going to sink, hopefully. Um, and they're just well made. They're solid. Whereas my folks, they've got a 2016, like a Vision 40, like a very Vision 42.
Oh, yeah.
No offense to them, it looks like it's made out of plastic. And I feel like if I hit a big wave, it's
Yeah.
snapping off. So I'm all for older boats or like Rassies and stuff like that or Southerlies. Um,
Just the
oh my,
British era of boat making, mate. There was
honestly,
so many great boats used to come out of the UK. Not
what's
anymore.
happened? What's happened to us? We're a
I don't
failed
know.
country.
Yeah, like what happened to that? Well, I suppose it was more to do with the entire industry, actually, rather than
Yeah,
something UK related. But yeah, it's pretty much oyster now. Spirit, actually. So
yeah.
yeah, we do have two good ones still. But yeah.
Oyster down that I film around that area quite a lot for my job.
Mm.
But the art industry is struggling. Like that's why I'm so passionate about getting like the next generation into boating.
Yeah.
Like removing that pretense and like normal people can do this.
Yeah, very much so, mate. I think it's just a new thing. It's definitely becoming more popular since like the digital age of communicating. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to do this since I was 16.
Mm.
I was talking to my wife about this the other night. Like, I
Only
had
a couple of years ago then.
only a few, mate. This HD 720 doesn't make me look too old. If it was the 4K one, I wouldn't have got a comment like that. Yeah, so basically, since we were 16, because we just used to go out the weekend, me and mate Dan, we were like, this could be sweet if we did this full time. So we were like, let's try and get like a strawberry picking job in Australia and like live on a boat and we're not picking fruit. That's what there was no internet. Like life, it was different. So like we
Yeah.
thought, oh, we'll just go like fruit picking in Australia. Um, and we had no idea about it. And I literally forgot about it. Like I made other plans in my life. But I didn't know it was a thing until like people started putting videos on YouTube like 10 years ago. I completely forgot. And it's only at that point I was like, oh shit, you young people can do it. I thought I was
Yeah.
gonna have to wait till I was like 50 to get the boat that I want. Um, Prior to that, it would have been like a 10 grand boat. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been something very good. But yeah, I think it's helped a lot. Stuff like what you do on Instagram helps a lot as well, because it's like
Mm.
people have got basic questions, which me and you are like, yeah, this is life, but it's totally
Yeah.
foreign to
Yeah.
most people, actually.
Yeah, for sure. I follow a guy called Sailing Phoenix. Have you had him on before?
I don't think I've heard of that one.
He's
What boat's
really
he on?
really cool, and he's like his like Instagram's like skyrocketed. It's really cool. He's got like a spinal condition,
Right.
and he's like a young guy that emptied his 401k and was like, I'm just gonna do it. And people like him, which I
Nice.
love, like just normal people like who have no sailing background, and they're like, oh fuck it, let's just go sailing.
Yeah.
Because it's not hard. I mean, boat life can be difficult, but like the actual we're sold a lie of like how hard this lifestyle is. Yes, there are challenges, but there's challenges on land as well.
Yeah, of course, mate. It's
It's
just a
bloody
different set
expensive.
of
I need to
rules.
let me tell everyone, you're not going to save money having a boat.
No, you're not. That's that's true. Unless you buy one that is absolutely dog shit, and then it can only go up in value with the more you spend on it.
Exactly.
Um,
Oh
Hey, it's
my
the same. If
goodness.
you bought like an old house, like, okay, so a 30-year-old boat is probably like a 100-year-old house. So if you
Mm.
bought like a 100-year-old house and it hadn't really been taken care of that well over like the last 30 years, you'd spend way more money on that house than you would on a boat.
Yeah, but at least you
Um,
got inflation that helps. And the house prices go up.
yeah. Um,
Although boats do sit. I feel like they get to an age and just sit like nicely. If it's
they
like a
bottom out.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they definitely
Um,
bottomed. Ours bottomed out about 4 years ago and they've started going up in value again.
Remind me what you
Um,
have?
So it's a Jeanneau 54DS. So it's like
Oh,
one of the older ones, which is like it's actually really well built. It's a
mm.
really well built boat. But yeah, mate, yours would have bottomed out and gone up probably because the thing
Well,
is, there's
yeah.
not as many new ones available. Like, there's no companies really making like really good 35-foot to 40-foot boats anymore. They're not
Maybe
putting
we need to
much effort
start a
into them.
company. Like,
A
I'm not being
boat
funny.
builder.
I know. Honestly, I always think this. Like, there's not because the industry has just gone crazy, and there is no like realistic entry level boat that young people can afford. Who has
Mm,
150 grand or 200 grand to drop on a piece of plastic that's going to break? Like, I just feel like there is a market for something that's like affordable and built well.
yeah. Mate, I think like there's different prices when it comes to boats because you've got like actual proper boat builders like, Sirius or
Yeah.
Oyster or, what a Westerly was like kind of thing. And then
Mm.
you've got like Beneteau, Jeanneau, Lagoon, Bavaria, these types of people who are making these cheaper boats now for the charter market. Um, I just don't know where they get the prices from. I know they spend way too much on marketing. I know how much they spend going
Mm.
to boat shows, and that's
Mm.
insane. Um, but yeah, I just think it's corporate profits, mate. These businesses are all owned by
Honestly.
Wall Street now. They're not owned by
Yeah.
like even the guy that runs Oyster is like a tech guy. Might be great at his job. I hope he is because Oyster's
Yeah.
great. But we got a tech dude running like the UK's best boat manufacturer.
Honestly, and there's no care anymore. I work literally pretty much most super yacht shows I work at, and most like boat shows like that people would know of, like Southampton, things like that.
Yeah,
There is no care in the
no,
industry anymore. There's no like drive to push it and to like get a new demographic in, or it's just like
no,
they're lazy. And you're right, it's just like this. Yeah, the marketing is disgusting. It's all the same. It's so boring. No wonder no one's joining the
yeah.
industry. So boring. It's
Well, you could
literally.
change that.
I'm trying. I'm literally trying. I am. I'm out. I'm off to Palma Yacht Show this weekend. Um, and like I do try and bring a different energy to the industry. And
Yeah,
I got Monaco Boat Show reached out and asked me some questions about what I thought. And I was like, well, your show is boring,
mm,
and like you're just closing your doors to people, and there's just not there is like that. They always go for the super uber wealthy, which is absolutely fantastic, but they are missing a trick. For there is a next level down from that. Um, but anyway, yeah, I'm not going to solve it. It
yeah. It's a tough one, mate. Well, the
is
thing
a
is,
tough
it's
one.
like there's not much care. There is a lot of care goes into making the boat for their customer, and
Yeah.
and their customer is Dream Yacht, Navigare, Moorings potentially.
Mm,
The big ones in and like the end user market from like Beneteau or Bavaria or Hans or something like that. Maybe not Hans
mm.
actually, because they do sell quite a bit private. It's probably like I think 3 or 4% was the number I heard when I spoke to someone last who works there. I
Wow.
actually go to people who just want to take the boat and buy it and go sailing with it. So they're not making them for us because we're like hardly any of their client base.
Sure.
They're just making them for the charter companies, and they're actually doing great at that because they can sleep on
Mm.
people now.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
yeah,
But
yeah.
hopefully people like us will change that. We'll get a new perception out there and we'll encourage a new demographic into the world of sailing.
I think so, mate. I just did so we were sponsored by a company called Seawater Pro, and they make
Mm.
like water makers, and they just started doing air conditioning units, like
Mm.
based in Florida. All seem like really cool people. So they said, can they advertise on the podcast? So I was like, oh yeah, of course. So I
Mm.
just did like an ad read in like my own words how I wanted to do it. It's a bit alternative, I'll tell you. I'll send it to you.
Okay. I'm
well,
I'm intrigued.
I sent it to them, and they just sent one back saying, "Oh yeah, that's great, go for it." I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So yeah, this might get a different demographic.
And now
Um,
it's your chance to play it right now. This part of the podcast.
I could intro it like right there. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be the
right there.
perfect timing. Yeah, definitely. Mate, so you said you're coming to the Med. You said you're working at the Palmer Boat Show. Are you coming sailing while you're in the Med as well, or is it just work?
Yeah, okay, so this Friday I fly in the morning and I fly back at night. Sadly, it's a 1 day trip, although I'm trying to
Right.
extend it. So that's just my job because I do professional cinematography slash marketing for the yachting world and
Nice.
leisure. Yeah, I found that there's a niche there, and there's not many people that do it. I do the really boring stuff like the refits of yachts,
That's the
and
best part.
I mean, honestly, it's so interesting to learn behind the scenes about how these boats are made and
Yeah.
why they charge what they charge because of the minds that collectively come together to create these vessels.
Mm.
So it is interesting in uh, watching them do it, but like to them cutting a bit of wood or gluing a bit. Do you know what I mean? It's not very interesting, but
Yeah, I suppose.
I try and make it into an art. I try and make yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I love it. So yeah, but I'm sailing to the Med. So I leave the UK July 1st. I've not actually announced this yet on my social media. I leave on July
Ah,
1st. And I'm going to head down. I think I'm going to go to the Canary Islands.
oh, nice.
Because my dad's going to come with me, which would be really cool. And if we
Mm.
don't kill each other on the way over, we've never spent this much time together.
Right,
um,
okay.
but yeah, we'll settle down there. I think the rest of the family might fly out with a bit of a holiday. I'll cruise around some of the islands, and I want to get like through the Gibraltar Straits into like Spain,
Yeah.
Ibiza, end goal like Greece. I have no real time frame.
So hang on, you're
Um,
sailing to the Canaries first. Are you then going to loop back through the Azores and come back into the Med after you've done that?
I generally don't have a plan yet, but it might be a
Right.
case that I just stay the whole summer in the Canary Islands because they look idyllic.
Good
Um,
time to get to the Canary Islands would be like October onwards ish. I mean, you can sail
really?
down there whenever you want, but you're just going to have more downwind type of behavior if you go later on in the season.
Yeah, and then I thought, okay, but the other alternative, the Azores and through, or that was on my contingency plan. I
Mate, an
don't
easy
really
one would be go into the Med, do the Balearics, then go down to the Canaries and spend the winter in the Canaries. And then you've got sunshine and warmth all winter.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. And the Canaries
Mm.
and the Balearics are the best two parts of Spain, also, after Gibraltar, obviously. They're the best two parts.
I don't really fancy doing Portugal. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
really
mostly
do
just coastline.
exactly.
Yeah, the water's super cold as well. No, Balearics are beautiful. Like we've cruised in most countries in the Med when we've chartered in ones that we haven't cruised on our own boat in. And like the
Mm.
Balearics are probably the prettiest islands, I think. Like in terms of the quality of the water clarity, the whiteness of
Mm.
the sands, the depth of green when it comes to the landscape.
Yeah,
Balearics are stunning. Um, they're gorgeous. Ibiza is super busy in the summer, like it's
yeah,
insane. Formentera is also gorgeous. That's like this sand bar island with a hill on one side and a lighter. I'm not
nice.
selling it well, but it's really nice. But oh my god, mate, in the summer it's nuts. Like you've never seen. I guarantee you won't have seen anything like it until you do like Ibiza in high season
I'm
on a
kind of
boat.
excited. Like I'm kind of just like I have no plan, and I've got so many followers that have like reached out and they want to come sailing. Obviously, got to vet them first because you might get some right weirdos. But I've made some like friends. There's a guy on my Instagram that I follow. He's got like 80,000 followers. He's really really cool. He's German. I think
Yeah.
he's got like a bit, and he has all the followers that come out. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know if personality clashes. But I've got ADHD, and when my social battery goes, I need to lock myself
Yeah,
away.
it's finish time.
Like my friends, like we've got a 9 o'clock cut off. I'm like 9 o'clock. Can you go home now? Um,
What's the one
But
they're taking in America for that? Is it Xanax or something? Is that what they're
probably
taking?
what I need, or horse
Yeah.
tranquilizer, or something to calm me down.
All the housewives are on Xanax, I've been told. I think that gets you through a social activity when you haven't
Oh,
really got the spiritual energy for it.
I make
That's what that
these
one's for.
plans when I'm feeling in like a probably like a manic part of my life, and then like when it gets to it, I'm like, what am I doing? Um,
Dead
so
excited to organize it, but then when it comes to it, you're like, oh, it requires energy.
oh, honestly, but yeah, I feel like, do you know what I'd love to do? Is skip the Med completely and just go to like the Bahamas. Um,
Mate,
but
the Med is way better than the Caribbean.
do you think only because
I
like
believe. Yeah.
maybe I know you've lived it, I've not been there. I've sailed around the entire world, yet not the Mediterranean. Um, I just my goal is to get round to Bali. I don't know if it's going to go on this boat. Um,
Hmm.
but like my end goal is around that area of the world.
Yeah.
Um,
You could go both ways. You could go through the Red Sea or you could go across to the Caribbean. Um,
there's
Mate,
just
I
so
think the
many
Med is
options.
way better than the Caribbean. Bahamas is a bit of an anomaly. I've never actually sailed there. I've only been there on
Mm,
holiday. I've been a couple of times. Um, Mate, the Caribbean is like all the same. It's pretty, but it's all like very green islands. Not that much commerce. So if you want
mm,
something, that might be a challenge. You can't stay there all year round. Obviously, you have to go like way down south if you want to avoid hurricane
yeah.
season and stuff like that. But in my experience, the islands are either like super expensive because it's like a European or American tourist spot, or they're
Mm,
incredibly poor, in which case, like, you do get crime and you can't get access to certain stuff like that. Whereas the Med is just Europe. Like, there's just like a base level of security and
sure.
access to stuff everywhere. Um, so yeah, just my general
And
thoughts.
then Norway, and then I'd love to do like Norway.
Yeah, yeah, that looks
It
pretty.
looks so beautiful. All around there. I've sailed to from Scotland like round to the Netherlands, but I've never
Mm.
like gone. Like, it is, yeah. So that's
Gone
the
up that way.
itinerary really. So I'm going to come join you in the Meds.
Mate,
Um,
it's I think you'll arrive here and then you'll stay here. Although I would recommend going to the Canaries for wintering because that's awesome. Like Tenerife, Gran Canaria, you can base yourself at. Fuerteventura is really nice. Um,
yeah,
yeah, like there's
that's on
some
my
really
list to
cool
go
spots.
to.
Oh, mate,
I've got
Fuerteventura is amazing.
it's just a visa situation now. I've got that's what I can't wait to share online. No one really
Oh
talks
yeah,
about like, so how do you actually live there? So I would like to.
yeah. I think it's a grey area, but there's
But,
so few people in this blog that they have just haven't bothered to really crack down on it. So
well,
everyone's
okay,
getting away with it.
because I pay taxes in the UK. My
Yeah,
work is remote. I fly all around the world for my job. So hopefully, because I'm working outside the UK for 6 months, I won't have to pay my taxes.
yeah. You
um,
won't. Yeah,
Back to
you can.
yachting now. That's what it feels like again. But
Yep.
yeah. So it's all very, very exciting. Yeah, I can't. I just can't wait for it to get started now. Um, but
Yeah,
I
that's
am not one
awesome,
of
mate.
these people. I follow these people who get their boat. Probably naive of me. Um, who get their boats prepared to cross the Bay of Biscay or whatever. I'm like, well, to be honest, if it breaks, we'll work it out when we get there. I'll have the basics, like ways of repairing things on board. But people that put in like they double up on electrics and they've got all these like, if this goes down, we've got this. I'm thinking, oh my God, like
Yeah.
I will have a spare steering cable and stuff like that, and I've got bungs, but yeah,
Oh, some people really go for like a
honestly,
redundancy for the redundancy, which I mean, I can't say it's stupid. I'm sure there'll be a point in my life where I'm hovering somewhere and my
well, I'm
engine's
not
gone, whatever, and they'll probably fix it up. But yeah,
honestly like on the Clipper race, can't drag them obviously, probably get sued. But we went,
I can.
I was on the first Clipper 70s. The first year that was our first like circumnavigation on that boat. Oh my goodness, the things that went wrong. But like we didn't have masses of spares on board.
Mm.
Like I mean, our forestays like came off and like rudder seals broke and like, and I think if that's around the world. That's like a yacht that's built to go around the world. We're just like a little
Yeah.
pleasure boat.
Yeah,
um,
basically. Yeah.
I
Well, they need to do it
always
fast. So,
I always say to my friends like, guys, the worst case, I'll chuck the life raft in and we'll jump in.
Yeah, just float around for a while. Like,
Just float around with it. And
someone
it's
will
funny
find
that
us.
in my grab bag is a quite a big portable charger for my phone. So I'm thinking, day one in the life raft. I was thinking, great content.
It would be amazing content. You'd end up on Unilad or something
I'm
like that, I'm
joking. I do
sure.
not want that. Touch wood.
But it's good marketing for the life rafts as well. You know, they you could probably sell it to them. That would be a pretty good way to monetize your life-threatening experience.
Honestly, my question though, have you serviced your life raft? Because I haven't.
No, I haven't. I've got
Mm.
two. So if one doesn't work, I'm relying on the other one working. Mate, do you know the problem? I can't remember what company it is. Um, I've tried to find loads of places that'll service it, and there's no the manufacturer isn't based in Greece. So I went into one shop and they were like, "Oh, they're not in Greece, so you'd have to send it to wherever they're from." I can't remember.
Mm.
And I was like, "Well, I can just buy a new one for the price of this." And they're like
Literally.
14 people life rafts as well. So I don't want to take it out and find out it's broke.
Yeah.
I'd rather live in ignorance.
Me too. I'm like, how do I pack that back in again?
Oh, that's the hardest part. Wait, I got one with my old boat with my Moody, and
Yeah.
the guy was like, "Oh, it needs servicing," and it turned out that it was like a 2 grand life raft, and the service was going to be like €700 plus VAT, so like a grand. So I was like,
Yeah.
"This is ridiculous." In the UK, it's like 300, 400 quid,
Mm.
and regardless of the size, because you're doing the same thing. Um, so I was like, "Oh, sod this! I'm not paying this company. It's all government regulated,
Right.
like to the extreme in Spain, like pleasure boating. It's just nuts the regulations they've got. So yeah, I just took it out, tested it, kept it blown up for like a week, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. And then struggled for 2 days to put it back in the bag. I literally must have folded it about 20 different ways. So I was like, oh, how
I'm
did
not
they
being
do this?
funny. At that point, a knife would be coming out and I'll be slashing it to pieces. I do not have the patience
Yeah,
for that.
yeah, they're really, really difficult. Um, but yeah, I should probably do these. So thanks for reminding me.
Yes, okay, there
Uh,
you go. Yeah, I'll chase
yeah,
you up on that. I'm actually going to email Ocean Safety tonight and be like, "Hi guys, would you like to collaborate on a new life raft?"
yeah. Which is Ocean Safety? Are they the ones that do the EPIRBs as well and like the
Yeah,
GPS
literally, yeah,
things?
they do my pub over there actually is from Ocean
Yeah,
Safety.
I've got mine up
Um,
there. I thought that's where I saw the logo. They're good. Their equipment's cool.
really, I mean, like that EPUB expired in 2024,
Yeah.
but the test part is still. I mean,
Oh, they'll
like
work for ages, mate.
they work for ages, and I know I probably sound really ignorant right now, but like it'll be fine. And when you again to service them, you might as well buy another one.
Yeah, you may as well just buy a new one. Yeah, it depends which one it is. I had one on my old boat that had been discontinued, so I actually couldn't get a new battery put in it because they changed
Mm,
the battery systems on the new ones. But that expired in 2016, and it was still working. So that
mm,
battery at that point was like 4 years older than
yeah,
they said it should be if it's going to work.
they're
And
pretty remarkable.
yeah, the strong things, cool pieces of equipment. Have you got the ones that you put in your life jacket as well, the little mini ones?
No, no, I'm no Spinlock, who very kindly give me lots of things. I might have to ask them. They
Ah,
look
nice.
and Pantanius, my sponsor. Do you like to give me some? No, they
Spontaneous should. That would make more sense.
yeah, but no, I would love. And do you know what blows my mind? On the Clipper, sorry to bring out the Clipper race, we had a one man overboard in the North Pacific,
Hmm.
and he was the only guy with an EPIRB on him. What are the
Oh,
chances?
he was
Was
the
it a
one hunting.
marketing campaign? I hope
Could he have
not.
done it on
Could
purpose?
he have done it on purpose? His name's Andrew Taylor, I think.
Yeah, I
Um,
need to put mine in my life jacket as well. I've got two, and they're both in my navigation
that's
table.
so funny.
Well,
That's
I
the
never wear my
thing.
life jacket, so mate, if we're cruisers, if the weather's shit, we're not going out.
I'm
Like we're
not
not doing
being
ocean
funny.
crossings here.
If I don't wear a life jacket, I get so many people come onto my comments and they're like, "What are you doing? Where's your life jacket?" And it's like, calm down. I've got a
Nuts.
center cockpit boat, right? So like you're pretty in. And of
Mm,
course, if I go offshore, I am tethered on and everything. I'm sensible. But
yeah.
in the harbour, it's yeah, it winds me up. People are so funny.
I mean, maybe these are people that can't swim, and they're like, if you fall in, you will die. So maybe the non-swimmers. I mean,
Honestly,
you can hit your head on the way down. Like I get it, but hey, I've
honestly,
never worn my life jacket. I've never been in a situation where I've been on other people's boats and they've told me to put a life jacket on,
mm,
which case you just do because you're not a captain.
mm.
But on my own boat, I've never put it on ever.
In the Med as well, it's like the water's warm.
Yeah, in the summer, you're absolutely fine. You just swim to the next place. There's islands everywhere. Just float over. No, if
My
the weather's
biggest
shit, I put a life jacket on. But we've never been out in conditions like that. Not when we're cruising anyway. When we've done 2 or 3 days, we have been. But we've got like a full enclosure, and the cockpit's huge. Like
yeah, of course.
life jackets probably just
I would
potentially going to
like to
restrict
get
me.
though, that links to it's like I think it's Bluetooth or something. And it basically cuts your autopilot if you are to go out of a certain range.
Oh,
Because my biggest fear is me like putting the fenders out or whatever, because I'm by myself, I stick the autopilot on and I fall over and the boat's just like, see ya. So
but will it cut like the engine as well, or
I
like?
think there are so I know the ones for power boats 'cause I work in the industry is that it will reduce the boat to back to neutral, like it was put it like disengage
Yeah,
the propulsion, whatever. So yes, I do know it does that. For sailboats, I'm not too sure, but it should.
yeah, that's actually a really good safety
It's a great
mechanism,
safety
mate.
bit of equipment, like for
Yeah.
single-handed sailing, because that's my that is literally my worst fear.
Oh,
Um,
falling in when when you're out there on your own. Yeah,
and just seeing the boat going.
yeah, mate. We were. I can't remember. It was me and the YCA guys who were chatting like a couple of years ago, and it was the same time as this dude made it on the news.
Right.
I think he was Australian or German, and that basically narrows it down to nothing because it could be anything in between. But anyway, so he was fishing off the back of his like 40-ish foot Bavaria,
Mm.
got a fish on the line and just went to the back of the boat to reel it in and literally just went straight in. And then his boat ended up smashed to bits on the rocks. But I think he was swimming for like a day or
Oh
something. I'm
my
sure he was
goodness.
swimming for like a full day. Um, so
And
life
it's like
jackets can be good if you want to try and wrestle a fish off the back of your boat when you're solo and not tether. He had it
wouldn't it
coming,
be cool?
really. I didn't want to tell
Wouldn't it
him,
be cool though?
but
Imagine EPIRBs were like a bracelet, or there's like
yeah,
smart rings you can get. Like I wear rings. I know I shouldn't when I'm sailing. Gosh, the amount of comments I get. I'm like, okay. Right.
yeah.
And it's always like a Nigel that's sat at home who's like 30 stone, who's never left the house, who comes for me. But no, imagine that. Yeah, I think there you go. There's a gap in the market, I think, for
Hey, they must be able to do that. Like the air tags are like tiny, and I know that's Bluetooth, so it's a bit different, but you can get
mm,
GPS collars for dogs that are so small. You could have it as
so
a watch for sure.
I think maybe there is a gap in. I'll message C people and be like, guys, your next thing.
Yeah, get them,
I
mate.
love that app, but have you downloaded C people?
Yeah, I work with the guys that have like put it all together. They've spent
Oh,
years on it.
well, thank
Um,
you because it's so good.
so that yeah, Logan works on it full time now. Actually, like running the business side of it and coordinating the app and all that. We just did a Sea People flotilla in the BVI after we finished the festival. That was pretty cool.
Oh,
With
amazing.
with this like non-profit called Chasing Bubbles. It's a non-profit based on a cruiser that passed away sailing. So that side of it is sad, but it was a great party. In his name. So yeah, it was a
Yeah,
great party in his
amazing.
name. That's probably a
Yeah.
good way to do it. But yeah, that was all organized on Sea People. That was really good. It's great for making friends, mate. I've loads of people have come up to me on the boat and like, oh, saw you were here on Sea People. I'm like, oh, cool. So yeah, it's good for making friends.
Because I live in the marina, I do move currently. I move myself to a different one because you get some right strange people who
Yeah,
like
sometimes you do.
you got to be
The
careful,
dog
haven't you?
guys.
Literally, yeah. But you get but no, like the other day, it was so funny. My dinghy's getting repaired. I have a 3D tender, right? That's meant to be like
Yeah.
indestructible. It didn't even last a year with me, it got puncture.
Oh, is this like the double?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they've got twice the amount of PVC or Hypalon or whatever. Yeah, the
I'm
double
like,
skin
wow,
ones.
Christ, it can't even survive a little bit of a stone being dragged up the beach. So that annoyed me. Anyway,
Oh
sorry.
no
That's
way.
yeah, I know. So that anyway, under warranty's gone off. And my friends came to the beach the other day and I was like, right, I've got a paddleboard and a surfboard to like get people over. and obviously the water over here is like 10 degrees, so it's pretty
Oh,
chilly.
you put
So,
this on your Instagram. I watched you talk
yeah,
about that. Yeah, I
I was
saw
like,
this.
put a few thirst traps up. I was like, oh, the angles, get my triceps.
I
Um,
thought it was quite resilient of you, mate. I was like, that's bloody cold, that water.
thank you, thank you. Do you know what? They were like, they literally like, hey, just do it for the content. I was like, goodness sake. And now
Yeah,
I'm
look cool.
monetized on TikTok. I'm like, I'll do anything.
You can
But
monetize on TikTok. Like
I'm
TikTok
paid
will
for
just pay
every
you
view I get.
on
So if you,
TikTok.
yeah, if you're over, so
Chinese are
TikTok,
compassionate people, aren't they? Let's be honest.
very, literally, very. I'm trying to think like they probably know every single thing about me. They probably,
Oh, okay. Mate, you know
who
what? People
cares?
always
They're
talk
paying
about
me.
this. Oh, they're spying on us. I'm like, my own government spies on me. So,
Literally,
you
literally,
know,
right.
not going to
Yeah.
get precious over who owns the data. Let's be honest.
Also, if you've got something to hide, and you're the one with the issue, not me.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, you
Mate,
can
I
have my
didn't know
phone,
TikTok just paid you. I thought it was like
right?
sponsored stuff.
No, no. So it's called the Creator Fund. One of my videos went like viral. It was so funny. Storm Darrow. I think you remember, like England got hit by Storm
Yeah, yeah, I
Darrow,
remember.
and I literally just posted this video, like getting my boat ready for the storm in a marina. Like I'm in a safe. People thought I was going to like die, like that guy in Florida who was like surviving the hurricane. They're like,
They're all
it
messaging you on it.
got like 2 million views, so my account like blew up, and so I hit like 10,000 followers really quickly. And if
Mm.
you hit 10,000 followers, I think it's within 30, it's some sort of weird, or 10,000 followers and 100,000 likes, you become
Okay.
eligible for the creator fund, and they pay you per thousand views, or eligible thousand views.
Mm.
Yeah, you get a rate per view, and it's fantastic. So like
How much is it per 1,000 views that they give you?
my rate is like 63 pence, which I know doesn't sound a lot, but if you
Yeah,
get a
but
couple of million
TikTok,
views,
TikTok goes viral. Like you got a much greater chance of going viral on TikTok than you have any other app, really.
annoyingly, sadly, when you go on the creator fund, your views just plummet and everyone experiences it. Like, unless you're like a
Mm.
minor celebrity or like you have a natural following anyway, because people want to know about you. Like, I find growing on it quite hard because I didn't start out in 2020.
Mm.
Like, I was trying to make my businesses survive COVID, not make TikTok videos, sadly. Um, but yeah, like I had like a couple hundred quid last month just for posting videos.
That's nuts that they do that.
Yeah.
I know Twitter do that. Well, X, they do that where the big accounts on there, like the amount of interactions you get, because they put
Mm,
ads in between tweets or
mm.
X's, whatever they're called now. It's still Twitter. They put ads in between all of those. So yeah, if you're generating a lot of viewers and they can stick an ad in there, like immediately after a post that's probably
Yeah,
going to get a lot of views, they'll pay you for it. Yeah,
it
I
is
was
great.
listening to a podcast, and it was like this dude who does like political commentary stuff, and he just randomly got like a check for like 2.5 grand, like the first month they started doing it. And I was like, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
Why don't
I'd be
Instagram
very
do
happy
this?
with that. Instagram don't. The algorithm, I do it I do it for a living, like besides my account.
Yeah,
And the algorithm and it's just exhausting. Like now, like the amount of views you get is what shows your post has been successful, not the likes. Because in
right.
your head you
Okay.
think, oh my gosh, it's got 200 likes, but it's got 35,000 views. That means it's been a successful post in
Yeah, I get
Instagram's
what you mean.
eyes. So it's all changed and like it's all a bit crazy. But social, I've always said to myself, I want to build a lifestyle and an income where, yes, it's very nice to have these perks of building. For me, it's about sharing my experience, not necessarily um, funding a lifestyle. If that makes sense. I want to
Mm.
do it so if it went down tomorrow, it's not going to affect what I'm doing because that's the hardest
Yeah,
thing, isn't it? Like people build these massive careers. What happens if it goes down tomorrow? Like it's not guaranteed. So I'm trying
yeah.
to build something a bit more organic. Um, but to be
Yeah,
fair,
it's good,
if I
mate.
got to like the vagabond stage, I wouldn't be moaning.
No, I'd be fine earning that for a month and then stopping.
Yeah,
It's like, let's buy a new boat now. Finish.
but
Um,
you have to like pay homage to them because like they are the reason why we do this. Like they have paved the way for us all. Because
think so, yeah. Like they started doing that, making YouTube videos like 10
10
years
years
ago,
ago, yeah,
maybe something like that. Yeah, they've been doing it for ages. Um, Yeah, I did a podcast with them. I think it's about a year and a half ago. They're really nice because they are owners of Sea People also,
Yeah.
and they like do a lot of the marketing stuff for it as well. But yeah, mate, like COVID really opened my eyes up to that. It was exciting. I had a consulting business set up for the oil and gas industry, and it was just like,
Wow.
next day it's just all gone. So yeah, having like something which isn't relying on like, an industry to bring you in a bit of cash is really sensible.
So is your background oil and gas?
Construction engineering, yeah. So
Nice.
construction engineering, oil and gas I ended up doing for like the last 12 years of my career, something
Hmm.
like that. And yeah, now I'm a vacation planner and a podcaster. So
So cool.
that's what I do
Literally
now.
living the dream.
Yeah, mate, it was weird. I was actually talking to my wife about this the other night. So with the festival now, it's basically, it's like a vacation holiday experience type of thing
Hmm.
with on a load of charter boats or cruises.
Yeah.
Um, and my first job was actually at Going Places. So I did my work experience at the Going Places. I don't. How old are you? Would you know what Going Places is?
I turn 30 next year. So next year, next month. So
No, you might not. So you know Thomas Cook.
yeah,
Yeah, so Going Places was like the biggest one in the UK for a long
right.
time. Then Thomas Cook took over because I think Going Places went bust. Anyway, I did my work experience there when I was 16, and they offered me a weekend job afterwards. So my first official employment was actually working as a holiday planner. And now I'm back to my roots.
So cool.
So little stinted oil and gas, and I'm back to planning vacations. Yeah. What did you do
But
before what you doing now, or have you always done that?
no,
The
no,
video
no.
stuff.
When I was 21, I got my first restaurant.
Right.
Um,
What, were you a cook or were you just like
no,
entrepreneur getting into restaurants?
literally a deluded 21-year-old. Who goes into hospitality? There's no money. Well, there is
What could go
obviously.
wrong?
Yeah, there is. But yeah, I literally I finished the Clipper race, which I came back when I was 19. I was a bit lost. I didn't know what to do. And then I got into, I don't know why. Honestly, to this day, I don't know. My friend sent me this. At the time, it was like a waterfront cafe in a marina. I was like, oh, what do you think about this? Like taking on this and buying this? And it was a hell of a lot of money, but that I didn't have. And I was like, "Do you know what? I could do this, you know. I've always loved I've always loved waitering. Like, not that I'd ever done it much, because that's what I thought running a restaurant was. And yeah, I managed to get the money together, get a loan, and bought it. Uh, and it changed. It did change. Honestly, changed my life. I had one that with my brother-in-law, who's an incredible chef, and like a year in, we knocked it down internally, built it, so it went from like 50 covers to like 130 covers, and we became like the top 10% restaurants worldwide. And we were a seafood restaurant.
Whoa.
People traveled all over to come to us. We were absolutely storming. And then yeah, I opened up another restaurant, and COVID hit, and
Well, like before it opened or like just as it started.
literally like 2 weeks after signing the lease, COVID hit.
Ah,
But I had also on the side an outdoor catering company for weddings with food trucks.
yeah.
So I popped this food truck out. I was like, obviously my restaurant's got to survive. So I like the same night we got the announcement, I was there like getting all like the menus sorted out for a takeaway. We had a leaflet drop literally like a day later to every house in our area. So
Hmm.
we're doing takeaways, and we did really well through. We had our best financial
Yeah,
year.
good idea.
Kind of like at that point, 30 members of staff to keep on payroll. So I had this outside catering company. So I had these trailers. I popped one over the road by my restaurant, thinking because people were allowed like an hour a day to walk. Like, let's get them a coffee, or whatever. And I looked at the girl came back who was working at the time in it. There's me thinking she might make like 30 quid. It's like, oh my God, it's nearly a grand. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, cut a long story short, I've got 5 more trailers throughout COVID in different places, and we were
Yeah.
thriving. And then I opened up another place. And at one point we had like 4 locations, but at like by that point I was like 26, and I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. So I sold my
Mm.
outdoor catering company. Um, Thankfully, managed to, we had like good management in place. So I took a bit of a breather from my business and jumped on a super yacht, just for a little bit, just to live a little bit. Like, by 26, I had none of my 20. So yeah, so then I ended up selling that business, and I started this marketing company 3 years ago. Um, and I just saw a gap in the market, and I thought, how hard can it be to like be a cinematographer? I'm actually, I don't want to toot my own horn. I'm actually really fucking good. But it's so funny because people are like, oh, if you've been doing this your whole life. I was like, I literally picked up an iPhone about 3 years ago. Obviously, I've progressed now with all my equipment and audio and whatever, and I have like a special effects guy. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not afraid to turn my hand to things. I love business, and I love like, yeah, growing companies and selling them and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
very different. And now I'm like, I didn't know that I wasted. I didn't have my 20s. They were literally um business. Obviously, I got
Mm.
cancer. I don't know this. I was sick for a minute, and
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, fuck it. Let's just live life now. Obviously, I still work really hard, but
Yeah.
let's just crack on and actually, like, we're not we're sold this lie, aren't we, in society, that you go to school, you become a slave, you become a sheep, and then you like
Brick in the
do what
wall.
you're told, and you work for the man, and you buy a house, and you get bogged down with mortgages and car payments and whatever.
Well,
What
that's
the
the key
hell?
point. Oh no, that's
Literally,
it. They want to put you in debt.
they want to put you in.
Every human is a potential customer for a bank. So the more debt you take, the better of a customer you are. So
Isn't
that's
that
the idea.
funny? You can't get credit because you're not in debt, and it's like, what?
Yeah, that's the
People,
craziest thing.
wake up! Like, they don't want us to be well. Like,
Yeah,
let's like it really frustrates me that people are, oh, and then we go on to them, and I know the chemtrails thing stretched, but now they're talking about dimming the sun in the UK. The
what
fuck,
on earth of an idea is that?
right?
That has been
The,
popping up loads over like the last 48 hours. I'm like, this sounds like intentional climate change,
the
which should
UK,
be it should be terrorism. What is it? What are they trying to do?
they're trying to spray stuff into the clouds. Like, cloud seeding's a thing, right? We all know it's a thing,
Yeah,
but they want to spray this chemical salts, I think they are, into the clouds that I
right.
think create more cloud, like a coverage to reflect the sun's heat back into the atmosphere. But these scientists are crying out saying, you're just going to destroy the ozone layer. It's only healing now. Also, why the UK? Like, have they ever lived here? Like,
We
we
don't
have
have a
sun
sun
for about
problem.
5 days a year.
No
Um,
way. That,
and I'm
like
like,
global warming would be a net benefit to every British resident.
oh, has
They
it?
shouldn't be complaining.
And like, have you not watched the films with like when you manipulate weather and like Snowpiercer and stuff like that? Anyway,
Oh
um,
yeah, it sounds like the start of a horrendous disaster movie. Like
and I'm like,
when it popped, I thought it was like one of these stupid things that people put on the internet, and you look and you're like, that's obviously bollocks. Like there was a few I saw this morning, and like Hibber showed me, I was like, that's bullshit. And I thought that was, and then when I clicked on it, and it was a proper like scientific article about like, oh, this is something that they're looking to do. I'm like,
obviously,
no, like who gave you permission to do that?
50 million, and I'm like, look around us. Have you seen the state of our own? Like, let's not worry about the clouds. Can we?
Well, mate, it's nuts because the clouds aren't ours. They're everyone's. Everyone owns the
Oh,
clouds. Like, oh, no one owns the clouds. It's one of the two. But like,
and
you go around doing that. That cloud's going to be like in Canada. Like, do they need to approve
right. That's
when it
what. Like,
arrives there a few weeks later?
does
I
it
don't know.
just suddenly stop at our borders? Like, is
Yeah,
there?
it's purely British clouds.
Honestly, it's just like, I
Yeah,
look around that, and more as I get older, I'm like, the lies that we. I know I sound like, I know I'm a bit far down that. I'm one of those people. I'm just aware, and it's very hard to look around us and to see the lies that people are sold.
yeah. I think it's like I've noticed when it comes to cruises and people who live off grid, a lot of people don't think about it, but they've recognized
Mm,
it at least. And it's much easier when you are completely separated from like land life to be able to be like, oh yeah, that's all a bit stupid, isn't it?
Sure.
Whereas when you're in the system and you're working 9 to 5 in the office and you've got a mortgage and a job and a loan
Mm,
and credit cards and shit, I can see how people, you go like, listen, the CIA's running everything. They were like, yeah, shut up. I need to pay my mortgage at the end of the month. I get how
yeah.
it could probably be something that a lot of people just maybe not aren't interested in.
Well, they
Maybe.
just don't care because their life's so simple. But it's like you go to the shop, right, and you buy some peaches. Peaches were grown in the UK. Sorry, pears. Sorry, pears.
Yeah.
They were grown in the UK. Now they're imported from Thailand and packaged. And
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
think this is
guys,
weird.
wake up! Like, wake up! Like the bread, the celiac disease was not a thing back in the day. It's because the way that
Yeah.
we mill our flour is complete, and the pesticides is what you're allergic to, not bread and wheat.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that
but
that
people just don't want to.
conversation's starting to be a bit more public now, isn't it? Like, what are these
Yeah,
big companies actually feeding us? Like, it should be a natural question. Like, what are these massive conglomerates that earn billions actually putting in
right.
our bodies? Um,
And I'm privileged, right? I shop at a farm shop because I choose to put my money into good food, good meat, because I'm very fortunate. I work hard, I've got the means. And I do understand that actually, to be fair, it is no more expensive than Audi. And this is what people get there like, oh,
yeah.
don't tell me that. Don't tell me that cheap. Anyway, but anyway, I can't get into that. But
Well, it's
it's
access to it as well, isn't it? Like,
oh,
depends where you live. Like, if you live in a small town, like in the
mm,
north or the Midlands or something like that, and your only option for going to, like, I know I'm from Wigan. It was like, if you're living in Wigan on a council estate, you can't be driving to go and
I
buy
know.
like fresh fruit. Like, it's just not an
It's
option
so
for you,
hard, isn't it?
whereas it should be. But yeah, I think more people are talking about it now anyway. So that's a cool thing, mate. It was so funny. We're in the BVI, and like this was a few weeks ago. We're in this restaurant, and it was like a super organic. It was like a cafe. It was like a super
Mm,
organic type of place. It was obvious that the people ran it cared about the trees and the bugs and the bees and the ants and all
yeah.
that. And they were like, "Can I get a water?" And it rains all the time in BVI. I'd imagine they have water, and they like handed me a water for like $6, and it was like Italian water, and I was like, this is quite strange. If we're going to stop this like plastics business and like you want to take like global warming seriously,
Yeah.
why are we importing Italian water into the Caribbean? Like, what is going on? That's so
Honestly.
stupid. At
But
$6.
water's another one that I'm like, yeah, another all the stuff that goes into them. But I think again, it's
Yeah,
it's a topic of conversation that people are finally becoming more accepting of and more
yeah.
aware of, like the how bad UK's water is horrific.
Mate, the pipes. Some of these pipes are like hundreds of years old. Like they only go down to look at them if they burst and they need to fix them.
Yeah.
So like you don't know what's been building up in there, like the bacterias and the parasites and stuff. Like I'm actually really happy. We just got a water maker
Mm.
this year. Shout out to Seawater Pro. And I'm really happy that I don't have to drink dock water or bottled water anymore because I don't
Yeah.
really trust the bottled water because I think they're just getting it straight out of the tap. But yeah, we're now doing the seawater, and I've got like an extra uh filtration thing that comes out my drinking tap. So I'm like, this
Mm.
is great. I'm just getting seawater now, which is probably filled in microplastics, but you choose your poison, don't you? I'd rather take my
Yeah.
own plastics than the government's.
Gotta die of something, haven't we? I
Yeah.
always say that because my friends are like, oh, you eat all this healthy food, but you drink a glass of wine. I'm like, look, I've got to have one vice. Give me something. Like,
Got to kill myself some way. Come on, I don't
do
want
you
to
know
live
how
till I'm
hard it
90.
is to make when you make fresh bread all the time? Like, I need a glass of wine.
I really want to start doing that. Do you know the only thing we're fine? We've got like even before we had the water maker, we had 1,000 liters of water capacity, so we were good for a month and a half. We got loads of solar panels, got everything, got loads of fridges. But like getting bread, like fresh bread, is
Mm.
sometimes completely impossible. Like if you are just cruising, like even around Greece, to be honest. So yeah, I want to try and get like a bread maker. Or have you
No,
seen the
you don't
solar
need
bread
it.
makers? Oh, you don't
No.
need a bread maker.
Do you not have an air fryer?
Yes.
I make it in the air fryer.
You make bread in the air fryer? No
Yeah,
way.
honestly, I get so many people saying we need your bread recipe. So I do get the fact I like again I buy the nice flour, but you can go from any shop. I get the good stuff that
Yeah.
isn't full of shit. Um, Flour, olive oil, and salt. and some. So you use like 500 grams of flour, to 300 ml of warm water, and you mix it up. Knead it. Put it in like the engine room if it's been running for an hour, or where we got a hot place on the boat.
Hmm.
Let it prune again. Beat it back down. Let it prune, and you put it in the air fryer for like 40 minutes on bake, and you have the most beautiful loaf of bread.
Hey, I'm definitely going to chase you up for that recipe. That would really impress my
And it
wife.
costs pennies.
And it's cheap.
And it's cheap and it's delicious. There's nothing better than. But the only thing is, like, you do end up eating the entire thing because it's so good.
Yeah, the bread isn't good for the waistline. I'm saying this. I'm trying to cut on carbs, trying to lose this 5 pounds that found its way on my stomach.
Oh,
Yeah, no. And can you do like ciabattas and like you can
yeah.
put some?
I make
No
all my
way.
wraps. I make my like my pittas all from scratch because it's so
Holy
cheap.
shit.
It's so easy. Like to make a pita bread, all you gotta do is add some flour and water together and roll it out. You got yourself a pita bread.
Yeah, pita
That's it.
bread because we do the Arabic one as well. It's similar-ish, I suppose, like
Like
same type of stuff.
gyros. Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of like that. They
yeah.
call it like shawarma. It's just like Arabic
Oh yeah,
flatbread.
shawarma's
It's a bit.
easy.
Yeah, yeah. So I know that one's easy.
Chuck
Oh,
some
mate,
garlic in it.
please, yeah, send me those details. I
I
want to try
will.
that. I love like Italian bread that's hot and
Yeah,
it's got like little bits of olive inside, and like
easy.
some oregano like in the bread. That's wicked.
If you get some starter as well, you can make sourdough in the air fryer.
Yeah, but you have to keep those cultures don't on your boat for
Oh,
that,
I
don't you?
know. I know.
Yeah,
But
mate,
hey,
that's such a big thing in the cruising community, like
what's
culture
that?
trading.
Really?
Yeah, loads. Like I've been around many people who've like swapped bacteria, like intentionally, that's in jars, and they
A
because they
yeast
keep it on
infection.
yeah, they keep yeah, different parties. But yeah, so they'll keep it in like a little jar, and it looks like an alien fetus or something, but that's actually the stuff that you make the bread with. I've seen
So
loads of people
funny.
share that.
Maybe I should start a little business in the med of selling freshly homemade bread.
Just selling yeast infections off the back of your boat.
Yeah. Hey,
Probably get a few takers in Ibiza, mate.
I probably. Oh
Well, it'd be
goodness
quite
me.
popular. So before we sign off, just where
Yeah.
where can people find your online profile?
Right. So easy. TikTok and Instagram. Sailing Optimist 95.
Nice. It's
Easy.
95, your date of your year of birth, yeah?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Makes
and
sense.
I watched a TikTok the other day which interviewed some young people saying what year makes someone old if they're born before the year 2000. And at that point,
Yeah,
I
it's
um
weird.
I just wanted to cry. But yes, sailing up to 95 is what I do things a bit differently. I'm not a pretentious sailor. I'm just living my dream.
Doing it on your westerly.
Do it. I'm a Wesley. I'm a British sailor on a British boat. I would like
Very
a
nice,
British
mate.
sailmaker to sponsor me as well for some new sails, if anyone's listening.
Mate, just ask Oyster for a free boat, like if we got the
Yeah,
opportunity.
literally, I literally film next to them all the time. Maybe I should.
Oh, mate, give me an Oyster 595 any day for free.
Oh,
I wouldn't be complaining,
literally, yeah. I just wouldn't be able to afford
providing
to
it
run
comes with a
it.
warranty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
me,
has to come with a warranty.
and a maintenance package would be fantastic as well.
Yeah, and a ticket to that around the world tour thing that they do as well. That's.
Oh
Have you seen that? Like, I think it's like
no.
60%. Mate, the Oyster. It's got a proper name, so I'm not going to sell it right.
Hmm.
Nor do I need to. But so I think it's like 60% of the boats that they sell, they put into this world tour, where you pay them like some nuts sum of money, but not if you've got enough to buy a £2.5 million oyster. It's probably peanuts, and they like organize everything for you. So like going around the world, your check-ins, your food provisions, having crew on
Wow.
board, like any maintenance that needs doing on your boat. So you can just like rock up to Oyster, be like, it's 2.5 mil. I want that nice boat. And then here's an extra 500 or whatever. And they will organize like maybe it's 2 years or something. I don't know. But they will organize it all for you. And just get rid of the
S-
bullshit. You don't have to go
Slight,
shopping anymore because
hmm,
you're rich. You don't have to do a visa
slightly different
check-in because
tax
you're rich.
brackets, though, isn't it?
It's all a
I'm a,
write-off, mate. They probably
I
categorize it as a charity work or something like that. It's like, I don't need to pay tax on this earned income.
honest,
Then get
honestly,
away with it.
the world we live in, so funny,
Yeah,
so
if you have an
funny.
accountant, you're going to be much better off.
Also, nice tattoo. I realised you got an anchor on your arm as well.
Yeah, mate, crossing the Atlantic. Yeah,
Love that.
I actually got that on my second crossing. It's a funny story. We had a lovely guy with us from the Azores, Zhao, and 4 of us went to get a tattoo, and we're all like, let's just get the same tattoo. Like, I had a good time. They're all military guys, apart from Jerry, like lived on the islands. So had a really good time with them, got the tattoo. And as we knew we'd all crossed the Atlantic before, so we were like, oh, we're fine. So we're in the Azores. No, we got to Cadiz at that point, all got this tattoo. And Joe was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it as well. And then at the end, he was like, oh, I love my tattoo. What does it mean? I was like, well, it means you've crossed the Atlantic. So you haven't actually earned that, but maybe one day you will.
Is that actually what it means, by the way?
Yeah, cross the Atlantic. Yeah, the anchor.
Oh, great. I've done it like 3 times. Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, so you didn't know it either. Right. I think most of these like 30 to 40-year-old women that got anchor tattoos when they were 19, you know what I mean? I don't think they knew what it meant
funny. I mean, I have the world. Everyone always says, have you got a cow hide on your arm? I'm like, no, it's the world map, okay?
Yeah, I thought that when I first saw it. I thought it was a world map.
Oh, and good. I thought it would say a cow hide.
No. So you got that as commemorating your around the world
race.
sail.
And people always say, oh, did your niece draw that boat? I was like, no, it was my tattoo artist.
Did your niece draw it? Is your niece a famous artist, or she's just a child?
No, she's a baby.
She's a baby. Okay.
Yeah. So I do need to get that covered up at some point.
Like, you're hanging around with fairly blunt British people, aren't you? Like, Jesus, we don't get that up north.
Do you not miss the British banter?
I give enough to my wife, so I think it's we got plenty of it on this boat. I do miss it, mate. I just met a lovely British guy this morning. I just went over to the dock, and he's 73 or something, fit as a fiddle. This guy, he's on a Discovery, which were oysters, whatever way you want to call it. They're not, but the same thing. And he was just so British. It was amazing. I started talking to him, I ended up helping him install his windlass. But yeah, I do miss it. It's nice, mate. A little bit of home.
Exactly. Well, I can't wait to come see you in the Med.
Yeah, mate. We'll keep in touch on that. That could be quite cool if we could meet up in Greece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or do it on Sea People, mate. Because there's quite a lot of Med users on Sea People now. So you're sure friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. I can't wait. Well, thank you for having me.
Very welcome, mate. And Sailing Optimist, not Optimus, Sailing Optimist 95.
That's the one. Yeah.
This is the first AI podcast I've done with Sailing Optimist.
I was going to say, send it to some random account.